Hey everybody, it is Darren W. Carter of Carter's Barbecue, and for today's Tuesday tip, we're going to be talking temperature. What I'm going to show you are some of the temperature probes that I use. Whether you're cooking low and slow or hot and fast, we need to know when our meat and our protein is done. So stick with me. This is a quick little Tip Tuesday, and let's get started. Okay, what you see here is kind of my evolution and my temperature control. This is the very first pin, and we're going to start with the pins first. Actually, I think I bought this at a local supermarket chain called Dave's. It's a thermostat, and the batteries are out of it right now. But this is what I first started out with. You push this, it gives you the temperature. And then what it had down here was rare, medium rare, whatever. Of course, you know, the government gives you guidelines. Now, there's a lot of old school people who go by touch, and that's good because some things are that way. But when you just want to make sure that your meat, especially if you're cooking for someone outside of your family, you want to make sure stuff is done. You want to make sure you have some temperature probes to do so. So these you can always use throughout the cooking process. So this was by Fiberware. I haven't used this in years, but this was my first one. My second one was a Thermo Pro, and this was pretty good. It was a quicker read. This one took about 10 seconds to actually get this temperature, where this one was cut in half about 5. And it was a probe that had many angles, and you could just press it in about 5 seconds. You would have your temperature. Now, when I bought this, I thought this was this. Thermo Pro can also be mistaken for Thermo Works, which is, I would say, a higher quality here. This is an instant read pin. Within 1.5 to 2 seconds, you will know. This is one of the lower end models, but it works great for someone who's a budding pitmaster or a backyard pitmaster. Here it is. You stick the tip in just like anything else, get it to the middle of whatever your protein is, and you have an instant read. Now, this is for when you need something on an instant, but when you're looking for a continual temperature, we go into these devices here. Now, this is my first. It's a Maverick. These are on the market. This is more the inexpensive kind. Here you have your receiver, and then here you have where the probes stick. Now, this is only for one probe. And here it will tell your temperature. You can set it for meat and poultry, veal, fish. These are common in a lot of these temperature probes. And then here, this part stays with you, stays with the meat. Probe goes in here. And this part you can actually keep with you for a limited range, and it'll give you an alarm to tell you what your temperature is. So this was the first one, and I still use these at times. This one, the Inkbird, made a video before, and I believe you saw this, is a 4-probe temperature, and it works very well. And with this, instead of having the attachment here, we have an app, which a lot of them do at this point in time. And with 4 probes, it works very well because one probe I can put on the grate of any of my smokers, and then I have 3 extra probes for the protein. And then lastly, these are one of the top of the line. I'm finding that Inkbird and ThermoWorks are 2 great companies that you can get products from. These are a little bit more expensive depending. This one is a ThermoWorks Smoke, and it has 2 probes. So I can either use one for the grate and one for the meat, or 2 for the meat. And then this comes with the receiver here. So what shows here shows on the receiver. And basically you get about a 300 yards. It's big because there's like a low, no probes. But they work well. Here again, you put them in the center of your meat, and when you're doing a low and slow or even hot and fast, you can know what your temperatures are. So with that, these are good investments. If you're doing anything serious in barbecue, you want to know the temperature of your meat. So I would implore you, if you want to be a budding pitmaster, Backyard Pitmaster. If you want to get more serious about your barbecue, these are some of the tools that you're going to need. All right, guys, and there you have it. Here again, just to reiterate, these are not a sponsored product, not paid advertisement or anything like that. These are just some of the tools that you would need as you're becoming a budding pitmaster or a professional one at that. So any more tips and tricks you want to check out? Check us out on our YouTube channel, Carter's Barbecue, or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Carter's Barbecue 216. Or you can check out our website where we go into what we do in catering and so forth. So that is cartersbarbecueonline.com. So until next time, take care and keep that grill rolling.